Women. Despite popular belief on Reddit, I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman. And as I am filming this, it is currently International Women's
in shambles.
Day. So happy International Women's Day to all 7.3 of you. We've talked quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but
7.3? Wait a minute. She has 7.3 girls on her channel? That's a lot. Wow, wait, hold on. Let me see how much mine has. Hold up. Guess how many girl audience I have. Guess. 0.6, actually higher. Guys, you wouldn't believe this, but we actually got 3% girls in here. 3% girls on YouTube. 3% of girls! I know, right? Doing good.
On female loneliness, which although technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend. The modern world does not seem to have a solution to this. All modern dating advice is just garbage.
They don't have a solution for any of the loneliness.
We have to look in the past.
For guys
this video,
or girls.
We're going to talk a bit about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice from the 1950s.
Oh man, those have got to be great.
A solution there, because what worked for our grandmothers surely will work for us.
Oh
right?
yes.
Back in the day when people would still go to malt shops and diners instead of femboy hooters. Women dated men for more than just their wallets. Which reminds me, before we get into this video, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. Ridge wallets are high-quality, minimalist wallets that can hold up to 12 cards and all that cash you don't have. They're also made with RFID blocking technology,
so excited
which
to hold the cash I don't have!
Pickpocketers. Ridge's store features over 30 unique colors and styles, including carbon fiber, matte olive, and burnt titanium. The durable materials mean that each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. My personal favorites are from their new women's expansion, which features Daisy Dream and Flower Power. They are literally so cute. I am obsessed with them. I love how unique they all are, and I am constantly getting compliments on them. And they're also available in combination with a slim key case that can carry up to 6 keys. I've been using the Daisy Dream wallet for over 3 months now, and I really love the colorful pattern and sleek design. But don't just take my word for it. Ridge has over 80,000 5-star reviews, and they're so confident that you'll love their products that they'll let you test them out for 365 days. And if you don't like them for any reason, you can return them and get a full refund. They're also having their 11-year anniversary sale right now, so head on over to ridge.com/shoe to save up to 30% on your purchase. Big thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this channel, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. The number of single women in the US is expected to increase 1.2% every year from 2008 to 2030, compared to a 0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will be single and childless by 2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows.
Oh my god!
1984. Apparently,
oh man, I don't want to be a breeding cow! I mean, I'm a cow tuber, but I'm a different kind. Oh no!
More than the average family on travel, shopping, makeup, skincare, etc. So of course, some economists will twist this into a positive thing. But I'm not an economist. I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop, producing absolutely nothing of value to society. And I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants and how the female suicide rate has been increasing, there may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs.
Let me see this. Alright, the hierarchy of needs. We got self-actualization, achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Prestige and feeling of accomplishment. Intimate relationships and friends. Security and safety and food, water, warmth, and rest. I see. I feel like it's good and bad, right? Like, being lonely or, like, not being able to support a family because of how much money you need and housing being hard to get. Like, that sucks. But on the other hand, I also kind of feel like maybe people felt that was how they were supposed to have a fulfilling life, was to, like, I don't know, get married, have children. And I think it's good that now it's not like that. It doesn't push that as much. So I don't know. I guess I'm in the middle.
I don't think women are happier being alone and single. I just think women might be better at coping with being alone and single. At least for a little while.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in the stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject, a
man.
lot of men will point out that these women could easily get any man to sleep with.
I was
And I'm
gonna
sure they know
say,
that,
yeah,
but
I
sex-
mean, the sleeping part, finding a guy who wants to sleep with you is the easy part, but not so much, you know, the dedicated relationship or friendship department. It's a little different. I do feel like the one component, like it being more acceptable to want to have the option, or feel like it's more acceptable to not want children, is a good thing. That's all I'm saying.
isn't the only thing people are looking for. As I said in the male loneliness video, it would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker, and it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just walk the outside. But
Just go outside. Girl walk outside, offered sex, any percent speed run. Yep.
casual sex isn't the solution to loneliness.
No, it's
It's a
not.
band-aid. It's a way to fill your void with cum.
Oh.
Trying to find someone to love, to marry, to have a family
Whoa.
with nowadays, it is incredibly
she's
difficult
right. She's
for
right. I
both
wasn't expecting
genders
that,
in
but
this
true.
climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do so is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly atomized, lonely society thanks to a nasty combination of social media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack
Yep.
of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism,
These are all
and
true.
so many other things. And men are being told to, well, nothing. You're on your own. Pull
Yep.
yourself up by your bootstraps.
And that part is sad too. Like, it is affecting both genders, and it's sad. It's definitely affecting men more than women. One time I got on Tinder because I wanted to know how people use it. I like made a I think I literally used an anime picture because I just wanted to see, and it is atrocious. It's like looking at eBay and thinking you could go pick something up and that's not dangerous. Like, it was legitimately scary. Like, actually, the website feels dangerous to just use at all for that purpose. I feel like you gotta bring a friend with you every time. Like, it's just scary. I don't know.
It's your fault. You built
Yeah,
the
at
world
least
after
eBay
all,
actually
and
has
are
some good
increasingly
finds.
turning to the few people who at least pretend to give a shit, who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like hollow
Yep.
materialism, eternal one-night stands, and vasectomies. Yeah,
What?
in case you were wondering, that's what the red pill has been up to. Telling their audience to just forget marriage and neuter themselves.
Oh my.
While women, in turn, are also being sold
How is
very
that gonna
similar
fix it?
poison. About how it's good to be single. It's empowering. You don't need no man. Get on the pill. Sleep around. Climb the corporate ladder. And don't worry, baby. We'll freeze your eggs for you. But is
Ew.
this good advice for women? Or have we girl bossed a little too close to the sun? A study on date psychology recently
feel like that's
revealed
a little
that
too
48%
far
of
into
men
the girl
26
bossing.
to 40 years old have not
You
approached
lost me at
women
the
in
freezing
past
your
year.
eggs section.
And 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire
Wait, let me read that again. Oh, they haven't approached someone. Yeah. So I feel like this makes sense because there's not as many ways that you could just meet new people or make friends. Like, there's not as many ways, like there's not as many community activities that like you could just go to meet people outside of mandatory stuff like school. I don't know how you can cold approach people. My only argument is like you could say people are more antisocial, which is true. Like, especially from COVID, but also there's like less opportunities. Like, I would totally make more friends IRL if there was like more opportunities to do so. But like, you know, I'm not in high school or college, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Just walk up to somebody at Walmart? Like,
approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before.
again, I feel like this makes sense. Like, Unless they're at school. Like, how do you cold approach someone? I don't know. Am I weird? I feel like, how do you cold approach someone? Just go up to the girl and ask, do you like jazz?
Ever. This also might be because, like I said, everything that isn't swiping right on a dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym. Don't approach women at coffee shops. Don't approach women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women. We live in HR world. And it turns out a lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, enjoy your cats. This is what you asked for. This is the world you wanted, ladies. But was it? Not every woman is the blue-haired, man-hating, feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do. What you have to understand is society in the media is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her. Excuse me? She's not interested. Even though chances are, she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more. So if men are lonely—
Dude, okay, my only concern if I get approached is like, if they want to date me. I don't want that personally, but like, man, if there was a way that I could feel less weird, even if I was approaching another girl, she hasn't mentioned this yet, she might, but like, I can't even walk up to another girl I don't know and try to befriend them because I don't feel like that's acceptable even. Like, you can't even do that with other girls. You can't even just walk up to someone coldly. Like, even if I was the one initiating walking up, like, there's so much less opportunities to just meet people, is what I mean. Even just friend-wise, like, I can't even imagine, like,
and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays. There's only one thing we can do, ladies. We must approach them. So I did a little research and looked up how to approach men as a woman.
Let's see. I'm curious about this one.
Number 1. Don't. Almost every single article, blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on how to get a man said some shit like, don't chase him, let him chase you. Be unavailable and mysterious.
That's true.
Simply pretend he doesn't exist. Great. Awesome. Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to let them come to us. But what if they're not coming to us? What do we do now? Well, according to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is the modern woman. Lazy, entitled, mid. These are the ingredients that create the modern woman. So clearly we have to go back. Back when a cheeseburger was 5 cents.
Oh boy, yeah, that'll truly tell us the real way to get things done. Like our grandparents' grandparents. I mean, I genuinely mean this also. The other sad thing is, like, when somebody does walk up to you, it's like, what if you just want to be friends with them? It's like, also the same thing happens with dating apps, right? For dating, the apps are garbage, and there's no way you can make friends that way. I feel like there's at least some options. They are trash, by the way, so it's not much better, okay? For, like, dating people. But, like, God forbid you don't have, like, IRL friends as an adult. Like, where are you gonna do that? Like, there's no apps for just making friends. If you, like, do have the balls to, like, cold approach someone, they're gonna think you're into them. Like, you can't just make friends. I feel like it's even harder. That's just my opinion. But Rosie, I thought we were friends. I meant IRL, chat. You guys are all my besties, obviously, parasocially. It's definitely healthy.
And women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
One of the most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s,
husband hunting?
you had to get a little bit more creative.
That sounds
Here's
very
an article
scary.
From 1958 in McCall's magazine listed
Time to hunt myself.
129 ways for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet, and I have been sitting on this video idea for years. And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are going to see if the red pill and schizophrenic Roman statue, trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct. Did women
Yeah,
in the
we gotta find
1950s
out.
have better dating advice than women today? Because apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok, is just not working for us. Okay, let's just dive into this. Let's go. Number 1, get a dog and walk it. Honestly, this is pretty good advice. This is fine advice. If you have a dog, you'll probably go to a dog park and meet other dog people.
I will say the people I have cold approached before, 90% of them have a dog. Okay, like, if there's another girl and she has a cute dog, for one, I want to pet the dog. Like, and if, like, she doesn't want to talk to me after it, like, at least I got to pet the dog. Okay? And this is, like, I'm not trying to, like, look for a date. Like, just to say hi to someone, just to, like, have an interaction with people. Because I have, like, a golden retriever energy, and I just like meeting people. Rosie, you just want to talk to the dog? Listen, I can't take an L, because if I get to pet the dog, target sighted. Even if the person doesn't like me, I still got to pet a dog, and I wouldn't have otherwise, alright? There's no loss here.
I could see this working. Just please, for the love of God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times I'm walking through the city and I see a stroller and a fucking dog is in it. Just
Oh
do
God.
not treat
Well,
your
not
dog
those people,
like a
alright?
surrogate child, please.
Those people I avoid, alright? I'm like, not that one. I feel like that's a good disclaimer, though. They have the you know, it's like, don't approach that one. Like, at least you save yourself some time with that one.
Go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no, my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop.
Oh my God.
Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention. Attend a night school. Take courses men like. If you want to sign up for
Oh my God, we gotta pay tuition to meet men!
ancient Roman history class, be my guest. I personally would not go back to school for a man. No man is worth that.
Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna live eternally lonely, actually. I don't want to go back. I don't want to pay more money for education. Oh God. Never mind. Being alone, like being without friends or social interaction is actually better than I thought. Never mind.
Nightmares about being in school. Why am I having dreams about math homework at 33 years old?
Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada
What?
has
What are you gonna do,
125
move
females
there?
for every 100 females.
Ladies, if you want to meet a man, simply hang out in the Shoe0nHead fan base. The ratio of men and women here is insane. We got all types of men here. We got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals.
The Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue.
Go visit the YouTube
what they are
comment
doing.
section.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers.
What the f-
Whoa!
Showing up to a funeral like,
Man, that is I can't believe that was unironic advice in the 50s. Yeah, just like have it. I really like how it went from have a dog to check obituaries for men who are widowed whose wives have died. His mental is limping and I can be there for him. Like, Jesus Christ.
hey, sorry about your wife. What that dick do, though? So I'm actually
What
getting
does
these
that
from an
dick do,
article
though?
written in 2018 about the advice from the 1950s. And the journalist Bella DiPaolo is constantly writing her own commentary after, like, almost every single one of these things.
Wow.
Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. And she writes, become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one. And the next advice from the 50s is, become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates.
Really? Do they? Do nurses and like flight attendants, like did they have like higher marriage rates back then? That's crazy.
And she's like, no, become a person who
Really?
thinks for
Is
herself.
that still a thing?
They have very high rates of living the life that works for
Really?
them. So become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer
didn't know
is
that.
good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because... why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little sexist? Why is she looking down on being a nurse or an airline worker? The
Yeah.
advice some women give to other women is, like, incredible. It's always just like, constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant, like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie.
Bro, my favorite thing is that I can't decide who's worse. Like, the person who wrote the 50s advice on the article about the, you know, targeting widowed husbands, you know, as hunting targets if you're single, or the girl who's trying to be a girl boss and like, talk down to people who are, you know, having the job of a nurse or a flight attendant. I don't know. I can't decide which one's worse.
And then male advice is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now.
Oh my
Be
god.
nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son.
You shouldn't only be being nice to people in order to
I will be nice to
possibly
you
get
because you
laid.
might have
Just
a
be
brother
nice to everyone in
that I
general.
could date.
Being
I
nice
haven't
is
met
like
him.
the bare minimum.
What?
What's sad is some people
I gotta
can't
keep
even
my
do
options
that.
open.
The bar is in hell. And yet,
Get a government job overseas.
okay, I'm sorry. No man is worth becoming a fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick.
Be friendly to ugly men.
Again, just be nice to everyone in general.
Oh my god. Remember to be kind even to ugly people. Wow. Wow. Some stupid thing I heard, go to Facebook Marketplace, search for wedding dresses, it'll show you recently divorced females in your area. From there you can filter by size. Oh my god. Man, I wonder if, you know, that person's great-great-grandma wrote this manual in the 50s.
Lowering your standards, if they're very high or unrealistic, is a good thing, but don't lower them too much. If you're not attracted to someone, you should not be dating them. And don't get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who, like, jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is way too high. It's almost always a recipe for disaster. Don't date someone who you think is ugly, but, like, if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the
don't
perfect
be
body,
super
like,
freaking picky.
Give him a chance. You're not perfect either, girl.
Yeah, I
But
was
if you
gonna
think he's
say.
straight up ugly. Different story. So yes, be nice to everyone, including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
Yeah.
Tell your friends that you are interested
Be
in
normal. Have standards for yourself, but also, like, don't be so petty and, like, look for the perfect Prince Charming. Like an entitled weirdo.
getting married. Don't keep it a secret.
Oh, we have another author's note. Tell your friends you have no interest whatsoever in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Tell your mother. Tell all your other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media. Bro, this is why we are here now, by the way. People like this in 2018 telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent girl boss. These are the fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock blocking you. Get lost.
It's true, though. She's so right. She's so right. Like, these people try to make it their entire personality, and that's how you know it's a red flag. Like, being single and unlikable isn't something to be proud of and shout from the rooftops, okay?
Lost at football games.
Alright, if I'm at a football game, I'm already lost.
Don't take a job in a
Same.
company run largely by women.
You would never hear this in modern dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company.
Get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store.
See? Bass Pro Shops. I'm telling you. The last respectable institution
Bass
in America.
Pro!
On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man.
Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the
Oh my
seat next to you,
God.
and maybe you will get to have the whole row to yourself. The
Bro, she is, like, really trying to make sure everyone knows she's, like, a thesaurus wherever she goes.
contrast between the, like, wholesome, goofy shit from the 1950s and this, like, bitter, modern, asocial shit is so funny.
Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there.
What is up with this, like, predatory-ass advice? Why widowers? Be a rebound for a man whose wife f***ing died.
Yeah,
Also, I just
apparently
realized
that
I
was the
missed my
50
10-year
strat.
high school reunion. Oh well. I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to, like, wear an Invader Zim shirt and, like, trip pants.
Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Somebody wrote that down, and you guys say that people are dumber now than they used to be. This was in the 50s. People have been dumb a long time.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level.
Bro, a sack? We used to call girls a sad sack.
I mean, this is pretty good, like, standard advice. Don't surround yourself with negative,
like that
miserable
one.
people. Like this journalist who will just try to drag you down to her level and attempt to sabotage your dating aspirations.
Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school.
Oh my author's note. If you like to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your stuff out so nobody will sit next to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make yourself so unlikable that you have no choice but to live single and alone and be proud of it because you've made yourself so unapproachable that it will never happen.
Your easel up where nobody will bother you. They want you to die alone.
Stumble
Yeah,
when you
literally.
walk into a room that he's in. Carry a hat box.
What? Do we put a hat in the box? What do we put in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah,
What's in the fucking box?
Why
Wear
are we
Band-Aid.
carrying a hat box?
People always ask what happened.
What?
No, they won't.
No,
This
they
was
won't.
absolutely written
Did they do that
in the
50s?
1950s, where people used to talk to each other.
Make a
Yeah, I was gonna say, did people actually ask each other about band-aids? I guess it's better than the weather.
lot of money.
Damn. Why didn't I think of that? What great
Genius.
advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the handkerchief still works. God, everything seems so wholesome and simple back then. Drop a handkerchief. That's all it took. Hell, like even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just like rode her bike back and forth in front of his house. Like that's
Aw,
so adorable and
that's
wholesome.
cute.
Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter.
Oh, pfft.
He was a hater on twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children?
Stand in a corner and
Want to know how me and your dad met? I saw him. Username Bob Phillips 69. He was being a shithole back on Twitter. You know, back in my day when Twitter changed itself to X. You guys know it as X now. That's where me and your pa met.
cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong.
No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you go viral. Crazy Karen cries in corner.
Yep.
Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Bring one into the office and let the eligible bachelors taste it.
Honestly, this is pretty cute advice. I could see this.
I could
maybe
see this working
but, like,
for men or women, by the way. Everyone likes food. Alright, no joke. Alright, it sounds like... You don't even have to bake it. Go to Walmart and pick up those, like, cookies that have, like, the icing on them. And the sprinkles. Alright, it doesn't matter what you're into. You could be, like, a lesbian. You could be bi. You could be straight. You could be a girl or a guy. More people will walk up to you if you offer them food than not. This can work for friends as well.
like, people are so weird
Food
about people,
works.
like, dating at work nowadays. That used to be, like, the #1 place people would meet their spouse. And now it's like saying Susan looks nice today is sexual harassment. I like the
Yep.
author's note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them. Don't do anything for a man ever. Do everything for yourself. Wow,
Bake
thanks.
the apple pie, bring it to a bunch of people you haven't met, and eat it in front of them without giving them a piece.
Journo, you helped so much.
Oh
Female
god!
loneliness cured.
Laugh at his
Put
jokes.
some chicken on
Laugh
his
at his
string.
jokes if they are funny.
Yeah,
Attractive
that's what
people
I
make
was
the
gonna say. I'm not about to laugh at your jokes if they're not funny. I don't care how attractive you are, like, be funny.
terrible mistake of assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are not funny. People just want to f you.
Yep.
Know the difference.
Accidentally
not the same.
have your purse fly open, scattering its contents all over the
Oh
street.
gosh, no,
Oh,
don't do
no.
that. You're gonna find an attractive person who wants to rob you instead, alright?
I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy.
Wear high heels most of the time. They're sexier.
Out of all the things
Journo
you could
note.
drop!
This has become my favorite thing. Wear shoes
I really
with
like
no
their
heels.
brain went there.
They are way more comfortable. Or don't wear shoes at all. Okay, terrible advice. Wear shoes. You don't want to attract the foot guys. Trust me.
Yeah,
know
I was gonna say, you're gonna attract some guys, but it's not gonna be for the right reason, alright? It's gonna, they're not gonna be the, it's gonna only, yeah, just don't do that!
some of them are in this comment section right now as we speak. Horrifying.
But yes, heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. They make your legs look good. I don't see how this is bad advice.
It's bad advice! Okay, I'm sorry, chat. I'm biased. I really freaking hate heels, okay? I used to try to wear them all the time to look like fancy or something, because I heard they were hot, and like my feet hurt so fucking bad that like after 30 minutes, like I needed to go home because I had like all these marks on my feet and my ankles hurt, and I was gonna be limping like a baby deer that got shot in the ankle. Like, it just was not attractive. Just wear sneakers. Don't worry about it. I mean, maybe some people can get away with wearing uncomfortable shoes and not having terrible pain afterwards, but it is not me, okay? And I can rest assured that you don't, ouch. Like, you don't need that, ouch.
Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oof. The manlets catching strays, even back in 1958. Tell him he's handsome. Journo note, let's go!
Man,
Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure. This bitch doesn't even want you complimenting men that you are interested in.
Yeah,
also,
what the
ladies,
heck?
Pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that, but next time you're like walking with him or something, just be like, I feel very protected when I'm with you. He will be locked the fuck in. I don't see the fault in like complimenting a man or a woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that
Also, like, yeah, like, compliment people. Compliment your friends. Compliment people you're interested in dating. Compliment the people you are dating. Compliment people. People love it. It makes their whole day. Also, guys deserve more outward compliments that don't mean anything. Like, his girls can, like, walk up to other girls and just, like, or guys, and be like, your hair looks nice, or I like your shirt. And it's not as acceptable for guys. Guys need more compliments.
make them insecure or needy? Take good care of
More
your health.
compliments.
Men don't like girls who are ill. Get a sunburn. Go on a diet if you
Get
need
a sunburn.
to. You would never, ever see this advice today. What's crazy is, like, in the early
This is
2000s,
insane.
very, very skinny was the look. Like, I remember being a kid and seeing things about how, like, fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this. And now we've gone completely 180, where it's
Yeah, that
like,
was crazy.
health and fitness be damned, Lizzo was a queen. Like, can
Yep.
we just be normal about
I was
this?
gonna say,
Why
do
is
we
there-
have to be on two sides of the extremes? Like, can we just be happy and healthy? We gotta be, like, either, like, at the gym 12 hours a day and that's normal, or, like, never been to the gym once and eats an entire box of donuts daily and we're not allowed to say that's probably not the best way to live life? Like, can we just be in the middle?
There's no middle ground between, like, having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder.
Yep.
When you are with him, order your steak rare. Absolutely not. I eat my steaks well done. Not even well done. I eat that shit. Congratulations. Don't tell him about your allergies. Don't be too fussy. Don't.
Why the heck would you not tell him about your allergies? What in the world? Yeah, I was gonna say, why the hell wouldn't you tell somebody that you have allergies? Of course, I'm definitely more into a girl while they're undergoing anaphylactic shock. You'll have a romantic trip to the ER together when your allergy attempts to kill you.
Wine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. Double
Wow.
date with a gay, happily married couple.
What?
Let him see what it's like.
What?
This has such a different meaning today. Double
Yeah.
date with a gay couple. Let him see what it's like. Be flexible.
Wow.
If he decides to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go. Even if you're wearing your best evening gown. Journo note.
Oh
Tell
gosh,
him
here
that's
she
fine,
goes.
but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels. Hello?
What?
Force feminize your date. 129 ways to get a boy wife. Turn wolves
Wow.
into husband material by assuming they have honor. Okay, I'm so fucking brain
What?
broken. I'm such a degenerate that, like, when I read this, I immediately thought of, like, Legoshi the
Yeah,
wolf
that's what I thought
from
of. Hold on.
Beastars. Like, oh, he'd make a good husband.
That's what I thought of
Oh
too.
wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh god.
Uh-oh,
Oh god,
uh-oh.
wait, he's 17. Wait,
Never mind, never mind.
Resist the urge to make him over. Before marriage, that is. So basically, trap him and then mold him into
Yeah,
your
wait
perfect-
until he's, like, legally bound to you, and then try to reshape him manipulatively.
Okay. I swear this advice is getting more insane the further we go. The lobotomy is kicking in.
Yep.
Remain innocent, but not ignorant. If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty will intrigue him. Will it? Honestly, maybe. If
Yeah,
he
it was-
doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess. But if it's just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money. It's over.
Yeah, like how do you
fucked it
even
up.
casually
Never let
put that
him
in? Like, man, you're so nice and thoughtful. Also, you just have the biggest heart. I mean, the biggest wallet. Yeah, that's what I like about you. Like, what the heck?
believe your career is more important to you than marriage. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you. Literally the 1950s version of sending a meme.
Yeah,
Stop
send
being
him a
monster.
meme.
Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble.
Ye old meme.
Even if you know he will. Journo note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People who stay single. What other articles has this woman written? Let's look this up. The
this
real
lady
sex
is
lives of
insane.
middle-aged single women. A
Wow.
world without marriage. The unsung joy of living alone. The thrill of going to holiday parties alone. Why being in a long-term relationship may make women more depressed. There are more single people than ever. That's not a bad thing. The profound
Okay.
rewards of staying single.
This is
I'm
this
done.
woman's
This is just sad.
entire
This is sadder
brand.
than Anita Sarkeesian having a wedding-themed birthday party and marrying herself. You're
Yep.
gonna look at this and tell me there's
This
no
is a
female
real-
loneliness?
This is a real thing. She married herself. That is sad. Hey, chat, if you marry yourself, is that considered narcissism? Is it considered self-love or narcissism or being so delulu that you're like doubling down on the fact that it's okay to be lonely?
Epidemic?
Weird flex, but okay.
Really? Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men. Marry me or you'll die an early death. If your
Wow.
mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're adopted.
That's a good one. Oh, my mom's fat, but I don't take after her. Well, your dad's fat too. Well, I'm adopted. Whew. Don't worry, I will never be fat. I do not hold any fat genes in my body, and will not produce fat children either. Whew, safe.
It was a different time. Stow away on a battleship. Write a billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it. Oh my
Wow.
God. Do not do this.
Wow,
Sink
that was even in the 50s. I feel like that looks so desperate. Like, what the?
at a fashionable beach at high noon. Make and sell toupees. Bald men are easy catches.
Oh man, we got it. We got the bald market down pat if we sell toupees.
Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons. The end. So
Oh,
ladies,
that
what
was
have we learned?
129
Follow
tips.
around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box. Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness.
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah,
real, some of
that's
this
gotta
advice
work.
was actually much better than like any modern dating advice I've seen. Like at least some
Yeah,
of this
some of
advice
it was actually
go
good,
the
like the
f-
food
outside
ones.
and talk to Ben, as opposed to don't talk to him. Like let him chase you. Don't even look him in the eyes. Also,
Yeah, there wasn't any of that. To be fair, there was not any of them that said, like, don't approach him.
than like any modern dating advice I've seen. Like at least some of this advice was go the f outside and talk to Ben, as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him.
True. It's hard to say which one's better or worse, but there was some good elements of it.
You don't even look him in the eyes. Also, men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? Does the hat box do it for you? I'm curious. By the way, the link to the whole list will be in the description. I would love to see your own takes on this list, like your reactions, your own video
I feel like
responses
the
to
making
this
an apple
list.
pie
I've
is
been
the best
seeing a lot
one
of
for friends as well.
VTubers responding to my videos lately.
Yeah,
so if one of you
I'm one of
anime
them,
freaks
that's
are
me!
reacting to this right now, I see you. So that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If not,
She'll
I
see me
stole,
next.
like, what,
She'll
20
see me
something
next,
minutes from
dang it.
your life that you will never get back. But if you
I
did
hope
like
the
it,
cool
please
lady
consider
sees me.
donating to my Patreon, link down below. We're gonna start doing movie nights together, and I would love to see you there. And I will see you next time with a new video.
That was really cool. I really like that one. What do you guys think? Yeah, true.
Magnum pussy.
Oh,
Welcome back, you Diablo 4.
the Magnum on the way out. Oh man. Mua, 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 mua.